The worst team in the forest. In a big, busy forest, all the animals had important jobs. The ants worked hard. The birds delivered messages. The elephants carried heavy things. Everyone was useful, except them. A panda named Bao, professional sleeper. A monkey named Kiko, professional troublemaker. A turtle named Toby, professional, slow. And a chicken named Lala, professional panic expert. They were known as the most useless team ever. One day, the king of the forest made an announcement. Something important has been stolen from the forest, the golden bamboo. All the animals gasped. Without the golden bamboo, the forest would lose its balance. Who will find it? Asked the king. All the strong and smart animals stepped forward. Then suddenly, Kiko jumped out and said, "We will do it." The entire forest went silent. Bao was asleep. Toby was still walking toward the front, very slowly. Lala was already panicking. "Why did you say that?" she screamed. Kiko grinned. "Because it will be fun." Tears of Joy Episode 2, The Investigation Disaster. The team began the investigation. Step 1. Look for clues. Bao sat down. "I found something," he said. Everyone got excited. "What?" "A comfortable place to nap." He fell asleep. Kiko decided to search for footprints. He found some tracks and followed them dramatically. "Guys, I think I found the thief." The team followed him for 10 minutes. 20 minutes. 30 minutes. Finally, they arrived at the same place they started. Kiko looked around. "I think I followed my own footprints." Meanwhile, Toby the turtle was still at the starting point. "I think I found a clue," he shouted. They ran back. "What is it?" Toby pointed at the ground. "A leaf." Silence. "It's just a leaf, Toby." "Yes," he said proudly. "But it's a very suspicious leaf." Lala suddenly screamed, "I found something." Everyone rushed over. "What is it?" "A shadow." "That's your shadow." Lala screamed again. Tornado Episode 3, The Accidental Success. After hours of failure, the team gave up. "We are the worst," said Lala. "I agree," said Kiko. Bao woke up. "Did we win?" "No." "Okay," he said, and went back to sleep. Suddenly, a loud noise came from the bushes. Crash! The team froze. "This is it," whispered Lala. "We're going to die." Kiko slowly walked forward. "Hello." Another noise. Crunch, crunch. Then, a shadow appeared. Big, scary, dramatic. The team screamed and ran in different directions. Kiko climbed a tree. Lala hid behind a rock, badly. Bao rolled away. Toby was still trying to leave. Then something unexpected happened. Bao rolled down a hill, accidentally crashing into the bushes. Boom. Silence. Then, guys, Bao said, "I think I found it." The big reveal, twist, inside the bushes, was the golden bamboo, and next to it, a tiny squirrel, eating it. The team stared. "This is the thief," said Kiko. The squirrel looked at them and said, "What? You stole the golden bamboo?" Lala shouted. The squirrel shrugged. "I was hungry." Silence. All that panic, all that chaos, and the thief was just a small hungry squirrel. Tears of Joy Episode 5, The Funniest Ending. They brought the golden bamboo back. The king was impressed. "You did it. You saved the forest." The animals cheered. The useless team were now heroes. Bao stepped forward and said, "Yes, it was all part of my plan." Kiko nodded. "Of course." Toby finally arrived. "Did we win?" Lala fainted. The king smiled. "You are now the official heroes of the forest." Everyone clapped. Bao looked at the team and said, "Great. Now can we go back to doing nothing?" And just like that, the most useless team ever accidentally became the greatest heroes. The forest was celebrating. Heroes, heroes, heroes. The animals cheered. Bao was lying on the ground. Kiko was waving like a superstar. Lala was still shaking from fear. And Toby finally arrived. "Did I miss something?" he asked. "Trophy the new problem." The king stepped forward. "You have proven yourselves," he said. The team smiled proudly. "Therefore, I have a new mission for you." The smiles disappeared. Slowly, very slowly. "What mission?" Kiko asked nervously. The king looked serious. Something has been disturbing the forest at night. The wind blew dramatically. Strange noises, shadows, things moving in the dark. Lala screamed immediately. Nope. I quit. Crescent Moon Episode 6, The Night Mission. That night, the team stood at the edge of the forest. It was dark. Too dark. Bao yawned. Kiko tried to act brave. Toby was still walking to the location. Lala was already panicking. Okay, said Kiko. We go in, together. Or, said Bao. We go home. No, said everyone. They stepped into the forest. Crack. A branch broke. Everyone froze. That was you, whispered Kiko. No, that was you, said Lala. It was my foot, said Toby, from far behind. Ghost Episode 7, The Fear Level 100. The deeper they went, the weirder it got. Strange sounds, moving shadows, wind that sounded like whispering. Lala was holding on to Bao. I don't want to die, she said. You're not going to die, Bao replied. Probably. Suddenly, HOWL. A loud sound echoed. Everyone screamed. Kiko jumped onto a tree. Lala ran in circles. Bao fell over. Toby stopped walking. Big moment. Man running the chaos chase. Out of nowhere, something moved in the dark. Fast. Very fast. Run. Kiko shouted. They ran. No plan. No direction. Just panic. Bao rolled again. Kiko hit branches. Lala screamed non-stop. Toby tried to run, slowly. Then suddenly, they all crashed into each other. Boom. Silence. Flushed Episode 8, The Twist Reveal. They slowly opened their eyes. Everything was quiet. Too quiet. Then, a small light appeared. They looked closer, and saw a group of tiny animals. Fireflies. And behind them, a baby hedgehog. It made the sound again. Howl. But tiny and cute. Silence. That's it, Kiko said. Lala stopped shaking. This is what scared everyone. The baby hedgehog looked confused. I was just practicing my scary sound. Tears of joy, the biggest plot twist. Suddenly, more animals came out. A raccoon, a rabbit, a squirrel, all laughing. Wait, said Bao. You guys made the noises. The raccoon nodded. We were bored. Silence. So the mystery, the danger, the night terror, was just animals being bored. Trophy, the ending. Part 2 twist. The next day, the team reported back. The king asked, what did you find? Bao stepped forward proudly. A dangerous situation, he said. Kiko nodded. Very dangerous. Lala added. We risked our lives. Toby said. I walked a lot. The king looked impressed. You truly are heroes. The team smiled. As they walked away, Bao whispered, same plan next time. Kiko grinned. Same plan. Lala sighed. I need new friends. And just like that, the most useless team ever saved the forest again by doing absolutely nothing right. Loudly crying tears of joy. The forest was louder than ever. Banners everywhere. Animals running around. Excitement in the air. It was time for the annual forest competition. Checkered Flag Episode 9. The worst idea ever. The king stood proudly. Today, we will find the best team in the forest. All the strong animals cheered. Fast cheetahs, smart foxes, powerful elephants. Then, Kiko stepped forward again. We're joining. Silence. Bao blinked. Why? Because we are heroes now, Kiko said confidently. Lala panicked. No more missions. No more hero stuff. Toby slowly raised his head. What is competition? Tears of Joy Episode 10. Round 1, the race. First challenge. Speed race. The fastest animals lined up. Cheetahs stretched. Deer got ready. And then, Bao was lying down at the starting line. Are you ready? Asked Kiko. Bao yawned. No. Go. Everyone ran. Fast. Very fast. Bao did not move at all. Halfway through the race, something unexpected happened. A banana peel. No one knows where it came from. Probably Kiko. The cheetah slipped. Then the deer slipped. Then everyone slipped. Chaos. Meanwhile, Bao was still at the start. He rolled slightly, very slightly, and slowly, very slowly, crossed the line. The judge blinked. Winner. Everyone looked confused. Bao raised his paw. I think I won. Brain episode 11. Round 2 the puzzle. Next challenge. Puzzle solving. Use your intelligence, said the king. The fox smiled confidently. The owl adjusted its glasses. Kiko looked at the puzzle. What is this? Lala was already stressed. I don't understand anything. Toby was still reading the instructions. Bao looked at the puzzle, then lay down on it. I'm thinking, he said. He fell asleep. Time passed. The other animals worked hard. Pieces moving, strategies forming. Then suddenly, Kiko tripped. Oops. He fell onto the puzzle table. Crash. Pieces flew everywhere, then landed. Perfectly. Complete puzzle. Silence. Everyone stared. How? Said the fox. Kiko stood up slowly. Skill. Person lifting weights episode 12. Final round. Strength test. Last challenge. Strength. Elephants stepped forward confidently. Bears cracked their knuckles. Then, the useless team stepped in. This was a bad idea. Lift the log, said the judge. The elephants lifted it easily. The bears too. Then it was Bao's turn. He looked at the log. Touched it. It's heavy. Kiko tried. Failed. Lala tried. Immediately gave up. Toby reached the log. 5 minutes later, suddenly, the ground shook. The log started moving. Everyone stepped back. What's happening? Then, a loud sound. Oh, flushed. Episode 13. The unexpected twist. The log was not a log. It was a sleeping bear. A big bear. And now, it was awake. Everyone froze. The bear looked angry. Very angry. Who woke me up? It growled. All animals pointed at the useless team. Traitors again. Lala screamed. Kiko climbed a tree. Toby tried to leave. Bao, still standing there. The bear stepped closer. The tension was real. Then Bao did something unexpected. He walked forward slowly and hugged the bear. Silence. Everyone shocked. What are you doing? Whispered Kiko. The bear paused, looked confused. Then, it hugged Bao back. I thought you were my pillow, the bear said. Trophy the ending twist, part 3. The judge stepped forward. Incredible. Everyone stared. What? Said Kiko. The judge smiled. You showed courage, teamwork, and creativity. Lala blinked. We almost died. The king raised his hand. The winners of the competition are. Dramatic pause. The most useless team ever. The forest exploded with cheers. Bao yawned. Kiko celebrated. Lala cried. Toby said, we did it. And just like that, the worst team became the best team. But far away, in the shadows, someone was watching. Interesting. A real villain was finally coming. The forest was celebrating again. Winners of the competition. Heroes of the forest. Life was good. Too good. New Moon episode 14. The shadow in the dark. That night, the forest was quiet. No laughter. No noise. Just wind. And a shadow. Watching. Waiting. High up in a tree, a pair of glowing eyes opened. So these are the heroes, a voice whispered. A dark figure stepped forward. A fox, but not a normal fox. This one had a calm, dangerous smile. His name was Zane, and he was not impressed. Smile with Horns episode 15. The plan. Zane watched Bao, sleeping. Kiko, causing chaos. Lala, panicking over nothing. Toby, still walking somewhere. This is too easy, Zane said. If they are the heroes, then this forest is already mine. Tornado episode 16. The chaos begins. The next morning, everything went wrong. Food disappeared. Paths were blocked. Strange traps appeared. Animals panicked. What's happening? The king called for the team. You must solve this, the king said. The team stood there. Bao yawned. Kiko smiled. Lala panicked. Toby arrived, late. Of course, Kiko said. We got this. They did not got this. Brain episode 17. The smart villain. Every time they tried to fix something, it got worse. They followed clues. Wrong direction. They tried to help. Made bigger problems. Zane watched from the shadows, smiling. They don't even realize I'm here. Finally, he stepped out. Clap, clap, clap. Impressive, Zane said. The team froze. Who are you? Lala asked. Zane bowed slightly. The one who is smarter than all of you. High Voltage Episode 18, The Confrontation. Kiko stepped forward. Okay. What do you want? Zane smiled. To prove that you are not heroes. Silence. You win by luck, Zane continued. You succeed by accident. You are useless. That hit hard. Even Bao opened both eyes. For the first time, serious. Collision Episode 19, The Unexpected Strategy. Zane set a final challenge. Stop me, he said. But this time, no accidents. The team stood together, thinking, really thinking, for the first time ever. Kiko whispered, okay, new plan. Bao nodded slowly. Lala was nervous. Toby finally ready. They didn't rush. They didn't panic. They did something new. They worked together. Kiko distracted Zane. Lala warned everyone. Toby blocked the path. Bao waited. Zane moved fast. Smart. Calculated. Perfect. But then, he made one mistake. He didn't expect Bao. Bao stepped forward, and simply, sat down, right in front of Zane. Zane stopped, confused. What are you doing? Bao looked at him calmly and said, nothing. Silence. Then Bao smiled. That's our strength. Suddenly, everything clicked. The traps Zane made backfired. Because the team didn't rush into them. Didn't panic. Didn't act stupid. For once, Zane looked around. Things were not going his way anymore. Impossible. Trophy final twist ending. The king arrived. The animals surrounded Zane. It was over. Zane sighed. I lost. Bao nodded. Yes. Zane looked at the team. You're still weird. Kiko grinned. Thank you. Party popper. The real ending. The forest was safe again. This time, not by accident, but by teamwork. The king smiled proudly. You are not useless. Bao lay down again. We are a little useless. Kiko laughed. Lala relaxed. Toby smiled slowly. And just like that, the most useless team ever became real heroes. But also, still a little useless. Loudly crying tears of joy. The forest was peaceful again. No chaos. No danger. No villains. Just calm. Too calm. Sleeping Episode 20. Back to normal. Almost. Bao was sleeping. Kiko was bored. Very bored. Lala was enjoying the silence. Toby was still walking somewhere. Kiko suddenly jumped up. I'm bored. No one reacted. I said, I'm bored. Bao opened one eye. Be bored quietly. Scroll Episode 21. The Mysterious Map. Suddenly, something fell from the sky. Thump. Right on Bao's face. Ow. It was a scroll. Old. Dusty. Mysterious. Kiko grabbed it. Ooh. Treasure map. Lala stepped back. No. No more adventures. Kiko opened the map dramatically. Legend says, there is a hidden treasure outside the forest. Bao sat up. Treasure. Now he was interested. Snow-capped mountain Episode 22. The journey begins. Against Lala's will, the team left the forest. New places. New dangers.